What's the crack, everybody? Cards everywhere here. Today we're going to just grind out rank 5. So I'll be using the Meta Canyon deck I showcased on Wednesday. So let's just jump right in and get a few wins. This deck has been doing very well for me. I have lost maybe 2 games to some very well put together big stuff decks. But overall, it has been performing very, very well for me. So I have no complaints. I might try and make a big stuff deck myself for tomorrow. But for today, I'm just going to do a bit of grinding to get as high as I can. I've fallen behind the last 2 weeks, so I want to try and get to rank 1 this week. So let's see if we can do that. So how's everybody doing? Have to thank everyone for all the support so far. I'm over 100 subscribers now, which I'm very, very happy about. And I'll probably do another giveaway at 150. So let's see if we can get there. So it looks like we got a very good start in hand. So I'm going to go with the Sherman, the Causeway, and the Landforms. I don't know if we'll get 100 ahead, probably not. No, but we are in the lead, so that is good enough. So the Causeway will do another 30 to all of his cards for the next turn. So that combined with General Sherman will be more than enough to stay ahead. So I think we'll go with this. It's very, very low hand. We might lose the first round, but that's okay. We will get back in the next round as we have the arena advantage for 3 of the cards in our deck. And we probably will draw into them. So I'll be happy enough to do that. So I think I will give up the turn and just play Babish and Arthur Pelura. Yeah, we wouldn't have won that even if I tried my best. And that's okay. So I'm not sure what the opponent is playing. It is a bot. So we should be able to win this game no matter what. As the bot AI is not great. So here we are in round 2. We didn't get our Norse mythology cards, but we have the Tetsudo formation. So that will be good enough. A nice little boost to all of our cards with the Butterball and the Grand Prismatic Spring. So I think this round will be no issue to us. So there's our Ymir. So I think I'll get that around. We'll go with the Bryce and the Vinkunka for a 5-7-2. So we are well ahead right now. So I don't think we'll have any problems in the next turn. So I might even hold back on some cards. We'll see what we draw. Yeah, I think I'll hold back on the rest and just go for a 2-5-7. The Sherman will take care of anything that is too strong. And we'll have the Heimdall for next turn. So I think we'll be more than okay. So it just does seem to be a space deck with some boosting cards that the opponent is playing. Here we go into round 3. There's our landforms. I think I will save that for the next turn. So play the Earths, Idun, and Heimdall for 3-4-5. We are just slightly losing, but we have the Heimdall boost. So I think the next turn will be no issue at all. We should also draw the Door to Hell. There it is. So lots and lots of boosts. So I think we'll play a very strong hand for 790. That puts us well ahead of the opponent, and hopefully Zangi boosts the Sahara El Beta. Unfortunately not. I wanted to get rid of the light speed travel out of the hand next turn. I suppose I'll still do so. So we'll put Artiplura, light speed, and the Bobbit Worm for a 295. Hopefully Artiplura is enough to save us. We'll have to see. Luckily it is. So there is round 2 in the bag. And a nice little debuff for the opponent with the Bobbit and the Artiplura. So I think we'll be able to go all out next round. We'll have our Tetsudo formation. And we have the arena bonus for our science cards. So we'll play Spring, Butterball, and Formation. Nice little boost from Butterball, and a big boost from Formation. And I think we'll be able to win from here. There is Sherman and Bryce Canyon, so that should be some nice little drains on the opponent as well. And we'll have Sahara for the next turn as our big card. So minus 100 and then minus another 60. So we're a good 400 ahead now. Almost 400. And here we are for the last turn. I think we have more than enough to win this for 822. And there we have it. 1 in the bag. So we'll try and get maybe 2 more games in, and that'll be enough. So, not too bad. I do quite like this deck. There's not too much to think about it. You do have to organise the cards a bit. I did actually make one change. I put in Ymir for the Sakti. I think it has been working better, as you do have to hold the Sakti till you have a decent amount of monuments in hand. So I think it's just easier to play with the Ymir. And it does lock down an opponent's card, so that can come in handy now and then. Hopefully we find someone fairly quickly. So what is everybody playing this week? I haven't seen much variation. It's usually just a big stuff deck. I haven't seen anyone else playing Natural Monuments yet. Most people are playing either a drain deck or just a very strong high energy card deck. So here we go. We have a real opponent this time. So we'll give him a hello. Looks to be a Statue of Liberty deck the opponent is playing. So let's see if we can do some damage to him. So we'll play Finkunka, Ray, and Worm for a 2/4/6. Statue of Liberty will be very strong this week as well. I don't know if it quite has the permanent boost to win the later game, but if you can get the win in the first 3 rounds, then you don't need to play the later game. So there's our Butterball. So we go Butterball, Bryce, and we'll go with the Giant's Causeway as well. So a nice little drains on the opponent, and since we did win the turn, Giant's Causeway will do 30 or minus 30 to all the opponent's cards next turn. And we'll combine that with Artiplura. And there's our formation as well. So I will play the Zangi, Sahara, and the Artiplura for a 3/0-ish. don't know if it'll be enough. He does have the he does have the Jack car. We'll just have to see. I think we just scraped by. Oh no, we lost by a little bit. That is unfortunate. But he is playing on the back foot now for the next turn, and we do have our Heimdall and formation. So I think I'll go with the formation this turn. Play Sherman and Grand Prismatic Spring. So the Sherman doesn't affect us too much. There's only a few cards that hits in the deck. Most of our cards are either boost cards or cards that are low power but grow very quickly. We still haven't drawn our Idun. But there's Ymir, so he has 2 cards locked down in hand, so he has no choice really on what to play. So I'll go for this hand, say 4-7-1. Puts us well ahead, and we might be able to hold on to the 7 coloured earths for next turn. There's our Idun. So I think we'll just play Venkunka and Rainy. Unfortunately, the opponent will lock something down. Hopefully it's the 7 coloured earths. Well, unfortunately it was the Heimdall, but we still might play that in the second turn of the round, since we do get the arena bonus with it. But we'll go with Idun, the 7 coloured, and we'll go with the Bobbit Worm as well for a 4/04. Unfortunately, he did hit Idun. If he hit the Bobbit Worm, it would have been less damage, but I think we'll be okay. I'm curious what the card that's locked in his hand is. I'm not too familiar with any space card that locks for so long. I think I will save the Heimdall and just go with... I'll hold off on the Zangi and play Bryce Canyon. So he did have the Mount Everest. Oh, so it's the Nostradamus. Quite an interesting card. I don't really like cards that hold up the hand too much. So we are 230 behind. Not ideal. So I think I'll go with this hand, 3/4/4. We won't be able to come back, but Arthur Pelura will lower his damage for the next turn. And we have the Sherman as well. So we've lost 2 rounds of the game. I think we'll win this round. Should be not too much of an issue. Might save the formation and go with the Heimdall. So he's also got a Sherman. It does affect quite a few of our cards. Well, the cards in hand anyway. But with the Heimdall boost, I think we'll be okay, and we'll save formation for the last round. So we're getting some lovely little boosts here. So we played Jorda Hill, Finkunka, and I suppose the Ymir as well for a 581. It doesn't particularly matter what the opponent locks. Hopefully he locks the formation so we can get Lightspeed out of the hand next turn. Unfortunately not. But there is our Idun. So we'll play... We probably won't play the Idun. We'll see what the opponent is going to do. So he's playing 3 cards. I think I will take a risk and pull back the 7 coloured earths. Yeah, that's okay. So 300 minus the 100, so 200, but it is more than enough for the turn. So Lightspeed is a dead card in our hand now, but I think we'll be okay without it. So we go 7 coloured, Giant's Causeway, and the Tetsudo formation. Let's see what the opponent has. I don't think his space card will unlock on time, the Nostradamus. So we shouldn't have to worry about that. I don't know why he only played 2 cards. It's a bit strange to me. Maybe he wanted to get the Chronos boost, but he's losing out on some power with Identity Theft. And our Giant's Causeway will do an extra 10 now. So maybe he's just giving us the win, I'm not too sure. But we'll take full advantage. So we'll play Bryce, Butterball, and Zangi for a 630. He does seem to be taking his time. Let's see what the opponent can do. We should get a nice big hit, and the Butterball will do another little bit. That puts us about 400 in the lead. Or close to it anyway. Oh, 450. And we get a nice big boost to our Bobbit Worm. And we have Sahara and Grand Prismatic Spring with the Bobbit Worm for another 645. I do not think the opponent is able to do it. It's a very, very strong hand, but just not strong enough. So we give him a good game. It's quite a close game, but we did pull out the win in the end. So there we have it. We'll try and get one more in. So let's go for the final game. Hopefully it's a nice quick one. So we are at 18 minutes. The recording might cut out at 20. I've had that happen before. But we'll play as much as we can. And if it does cut out, I do apologise. I will have to look into some better recording software. I do record everything straight from the phone. That is why the audio quality is not fantastic. I do plan on looking into a better mic at some point. But for now, we'll make do with what we have. So we did get our Idun. So that will get a nice permanent boost. Play the Zangi and the Bobbit Worm for a 245. Unfortunately, we do lose the turn. But hopefully Bobbit Worm does a little bit of damage to him. I'm not sure what deck he's playing. We've got to give him a hello, and we'll do so now. So we'll play the Sherman, the Butterball, and the Causeway for a 159. It does appear to be another Statue of Liberty deck. I think it is more than powerful enough to get you up the ranks, the Statue of Liberty. I do have a deck list very similar to this somewhere on the channel, so if you are interested, do take a look. So he is ahead. If he has the tower, he does win So I think I'll just go with a 2-2-1. It looks like he does have the tower. So that's why I kept the Sahara in hand. And let it boost up the other monuments in our deck for a while. So here we are in the Norse mythology round. We get some nice big boosts to our Heimdall and our Ymir. So let's get Vinkunka, Ymir and Heimdall around. Looks like the opponent did have the Grim card, Grim Reaper Paradox. An excellent card. I do quite like it. Not quite as good as Identity Theft, but not too far behind either. There have been some very good limited epics recently. Let's see what else we have here. We have our 7 coloured Earths, the Door to Hell, and the Bryce Canyon for a 5-4-1. Looks like we were only able to hit the Holy Grail, but I think we did maintain our lead. And we should have our landforms card around now. There it is. Ideally, I'd like to hold on to Idun, but it doesn't always work out that way. So I will play my strong hand. I want to assure the win on this round. So it looks like I could have held back on the Idun, but better to be safe than sorry. And we'll have formation next turn, and Arthur Pelura will also be doing a bit of damage to him next turn. So we'll try and get the win here. So we have a lot of negative cards for the opponent. I think I will go for the full drain hand with the Sherman and the Bobbit Worm. Sherman doesn't seem to affect him too much. So we are quite a bit behind, and he has his own formation as well. But we'll still try and go for the win this round. So we'll go with the Rainy, the Butterball, and the Causeway for a 5-8-1 hand. He probably has the tower again. So 650. Looks like we did win the turn, so the Causeway will do the full effect. And we might have a chance. We'll see what we draw here. Looks to be not that great, unfortunately. So we'll play the Spring, the Ymir, and the Lightspeed Travel. We're not going to get the win this turn. So it doesn't particularly matter what the opponent locks down with the brain. I think we'll be okay otherwise. It is the Sahara, so that's the best one he could have locked. I plan to hold on to Sahara till the last round of the game. So I'm going to put Door to Hell in the first slot, so we draw it on the last round, or the last turn of the final round. 7 coloured, and the Heimdall for a 5-8-3. I wonder, would I have been better off holding off on the Heimdall? I'm not too sure. But we'll make do with this hand. There's our Idun again. So I think I will play like this for the 538. Hopefully we do maintain the 100-point lead, and the landforms boosts our Sahara. But we'll just wait and see. So it looks like the opponent is holding back on all his good cards. So we are guaranteed the landforms boost. It did boost the Bryce Canyon. So I'll play the Sherman, the Bobbit Worm, and the Arthur Pelura. So the Worm and the Arthur Pelura will do a little bit of damage to him. He probably has his Holy Grail in hand waiting. He drew his Door to Hell at very bad timing there, so his cards will burn a little bit. So here we go on round 5. I wonder, is it worth playing the formation? I probably will play it for a 4-9-5. So we get some nice little drains on him. And we have a nice little lead as well. And our Sahara is very, very strong in hand. It probably will be close to 500 by the time we play it. So we will play all of the Monuments cards here for a 709 turn. So we did get the win, so Causeway will do a nice 30 damage to all of his cards. And there is the Door to Hell. So we'll see if we can get 1,000 points this turn. We might be able to. Oh, it looks like we did. So there we have it. It's going to be very, very difficult for the opponent to come back from that. He still had a very, very strong turn, but ours was just that little bit better. So we'll give him a good game. So there we